You're taller than it.
It's been some years. Well, actually, I guess a little over 2 years. Hello again. I only have 29 subscribers at this moment, but I figure why not delve into this topic. Fuck. The topic of Shoe0nHead. Yeah, that's what I mean. Shoe0nHead. Now, I'm going to preface this whole project by saying, first and foremost, I don't have a crush on her. I'm not stalking her. I'm not jealous of her. Well, okay, yeah, a little jealous. It'd be nice to have all that clout and money. But still, if you're a Shoe0nHead fan, try to get through this video, calmly as possible. I'm not going to piss you off. Well, I'm not intentionally going to piss you off, but I'm trying to be reasonable here. And Shoe0nHead is not my only target of criticism here. It's more so the whole environment, the scenes, the attitude of the so-called breadtube online leftist movement, coming from the point of view of a left-wing everyman. That's why I'm making this video. I'm a left-wing everyman. I don't make money to post YouTube videos. I don't have a Twitch. I am very unpopular. I'm just basically, one ordinary schmo who works a 9-to-5 job making minimum wage after earning my college degree, of course. I'm just a plain person. I'm not an aspiring celebrity. I don't have any delusion I'm going to make money from this. So before you jump to those conclusions, chill out. Chill out. This is just the point of view. Honest criticism from a left-winger living the normal life in Denver, Colorado, such as I.
I guess, so interested in your political journey, not just in you as a person, because you've actually been one of the most communicative public figures with me, which is astonishing given your size. You probably have a ton of people you could be talking to. But in addition to that, which means a lot to me personally, there's also the fact that you have a very wide audience. You have and it's not because you're not open with your political views either. You're pretty clear about them. Your audience ranges. I've seen people in your audience ranging from actual socialists to basically fascists. I obviously don't have that kind of breadth. I try to, because I like to reach as many people as I can, but you are in a very unique position, and I'm interested in seeing how someone with that kind of audience manages those dissonant expectations. And I honestly think you've done a pretty phenomenal job when it comes to promoting your political views. You don't come off as like preachy or you don't like condemn people who disagree, and you couch all of your political positions in humor, which is really important.
It's okay to be a little judgy, Vaush. It's not too bad to ask your bestie not to fire flares at boats.
Actually got permanently banned from Twitter.
The excuse they were using is that he was exacerbating an already out of control situation.
Yeah, you can't control your followers. And his tweets weren't hateful at all, really. They were just... Oh, he did imply that she was a man, but...
She looks like a man.
She looks...
That's
she's
not
ugly.
racist.
She's just ugly.
She's
it's not
ugly.
racist. First of all, she looks like... And let me go on. I look like a pony gelfling who. That's not racist against
and I look
white
like
people.
a god. That's not racist to say.
Yeah, and don't forget this one.
I think it's more you guys are talking about feminism, and it itself is almost a religion. So it's like that conversation.
I agree, and I was thinking that in my head, but it's hard to get.
I'm way too tired. Which is my point here. I know I'm beating all these past instances from 2016 to 2018 a little over the head here, but the point I'm trying to make is that there are reasons why people might not trust Shoe0nHead. And despite what Vaush may say, or Xanderthal, or whatever breadtuber gets the most clicks anymore, they do not speak for everybody. Unfortunately, this bread tube or left tube thing, whatever the proper term is, it's basically become just the mirror image of the anti-SJW movement, which finally died maybe in 2018. It seems like it's a popularity contest with the pretty people being put at the top. And the not so pretty people, or the people who don't fall in line, are being referred to as woke scolds, which has become the new SJW dismissal term. I'm still not good at talking on camera. So while I am happy that being left wing has kind of become in vogue, I suppose, with the whole YouTube world, or, I'm glad we've made a turnaround. I'm glad that we're no longer simping for Trump based off of lame apologetics and gaslighting and taking the word of people like Tim Pool at face value. I'm happy there's been a turnaround, and I'm glad it's the popular thing to be left wing. I am really happy about that. I'm glad people are acknowledging these issues exist, and I'm glad that shitty people, at least some shitty people, are being called out. But still, this sort of idea, this attitude, really isn't helpful. And I'm trying not to be party pooper here. I don't want to be the guy who's not fun to be at parties with. But basing leftist acceptance and who we listen to and who we accept based off of pure cutesy attractiveness, having, a Soviet flag in your profile handle, it's really shallow. This isn't quite what society on a whole will benefit from. I don't benefit from this. A good majority of poor people struggling to make ends meet, wondering where their next hit of insulin will come if their insurance is canceled. This doesn't help us. Great. I'm glad people have confidence. I'm glad people are getting complimented and feeling good about their own bodies and shit. But it doesn't help a good majority of us. I don't benefit from it. Nobody's going to make me the cute lefty anytime soon. I'm not going to make any of these compilations. And what about anybody else? Anybody else who just doesn't fit these standards? Should we just go fuck ourselves? Is that where we're heading? Just as long as Daddy Vaush is okay with something, that's that. Now, I can see where I can justifiably receive some criticism here. I know it might seem in one aspect like maybe I'm body shaming, maybe I'm sex shaming, maybe I'm being a wet blanket and saying people aren't allowed to be sexy, or we have to be just absolutely 100% serious. And I'm not saying that. I am totally for body positivity. I support sex work, and having fun. I do. Believe me, I do. But I just think we cannot let this become the whole sphere. We can't let this be all we think about. We can't let this be the number one pathway to acceptance and forgiveness and listening to ideas or finding people to be heroes. But then again, what do I know? I'm just trying to say this on a grand scale. Not everybody can be sexy. Not all of us are confident or live in the right environments to be able to just base our lives around what we can do physically or with our looks. And one way I think Shoe probably gets so much acceptance, at least from conversations I've had, is due to the fact that she's cute. And she benefits greatly from that. She's pretty. So naturally, it seems to me, in conversations I've had in different areas since 2017 or so, is lots of people don't want to give Shoe a hard time, or they want to give her immediate acceptance and forgiveness, is due to the fact that she's cute, and because we need those over 1 million subscribers on our side. I think Sheep in the Box pointed this out pretty greatly in his video. I mean, I'm basically reiterating every one of his points base by base. He's doing it way better than I did. And, he has better graphics to boot. I mean, for whatever reason people have an attachment to Shoe, it clouds them of judgment or makes them extremely defensive whenever any criticism gets brought up, be it from Dusty Smith or Vinny Newquist or Chrisiosity. We're always dismissed. We're always pushed to the side, either accused of being obsessed or just so unreasonably unforgiving. And it's just frustrating. And one of the reasons I decided to just go ahead, get my lazy ass together and make this video, because I want to confront this head on. This whole idea that if we just don't all envelop in this parasocial relationship, we're just uncool, we're unwith it, we're woke scolds, and we should just not be listened to, or dogpiled off of Twitter if we should even dare say one single little thing criticizing Shoe, no matter who we are, our financial situation, our social situation, transgender, cisgender, male or female. Just, there's always a way to brush us to the side and say that we don't matter. We're old, or we're just uncool, unwith it. So who cares what we think? If we, knew any better, we would just shut up. But people obviously are not going to shut up. We're going to keep talking. Other people are going to keep talking. Okay, I've pretty well been hitting it well over the head with the whole Lauren Southern thing, haven't I? But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't take a genius to know what Lauren Southern has been responsible for these past 3 or so years. I mentioned the whole boat thing. And, there's, the racism. Yeah, that whole thing of going through France, pointing the camera around and saying, look at all the brown people. I think it probably just doesn't take a lot of critical thinking to know where I'm getting at here, and how the fact that Shoe0nHead had no regrets about being her friend, couldn't distance herself from her, couldn't call her out, couldn't criticize her, and even after going through so much, gave a congratulations to her on, being a mother. I think it's pretty well, reasonable to have some criticisms there. If you happen to be somebody who would be affected by Lauren Southern's opinions, you're probably well within your rights maybe to be a little bit of a skeptic towards Shoe0nHead. Maybe not 100% forgiving for this friendship and, giving Lauren all that attention. I mean, I, among many, get accused of being mean, of gatekeeping, of, trying to divide the left. So much of this weird drama happens when it comes to YouTube talk, over certain celebrities. And I feel like if this was anybody else in question, I don't think accountability would be so controversial here. But Shoe0nHead, like I'm saying, she gets a special treatment, it seems what I'm seeing here. And I've been given different reasons, I've been told that the alt-right has her number down, that if Shoe were to step out of line, they would dox her, they would expose her for all the internet to see. Her life may very well be in danger. And if such is the case, then yeah, that genuinely is fucked up. All the same, though, don't the alt-right have the ability to go after so many people? I mean, the thing is, if somebody with over 1 million subscribers with such a following can't stand up against the alt-right, then really what point is there of ever standing up at all? When you have a following of over 1 million subscribers and so many fans, so many people looking up to you, so many people who think you are the bee's knees, that you are cute and you're fashionable and funny, there's a bit of responsibility on your shoulders, like it or not. PewDiePie has this responsibility. Many don't want to admit that, but when you have this apathetic attitude towards your fan base, when you say certain things, you do certain things, all within public view, hanging out with certain people, you have a level of accountability, like it or not. I would apply this to myself. If I had friends, if I was a popular figure with a big following and I had friends with problematic past or problematic actions, especially really harmful ones, I would bear the brunt of that, and rightfully so. And I'm not at all saying that I'm perfect or that I have a perfect past. Until 2017 or 2018, I would have considered myself an anti-SJW. I was a big fan of The Amazing Atheist, otherwise known as T.J. Kirk. From 2009 to maybe 2017 or 2018, I religiously watched his videos. I eagerly awaited every new one. I would defend him against any and all criticism, and I knew how bad certain incidents were. I knew about the rape threats against that person on, was it Reddit or Tumblr? I sat back and watched him side up with atheism is unstoppable, regardless of the doxing and the racist statements. I was basically loyal, and I met him in person in Columbus, Ohio, at a Drunken Peasants meetup in 2016. I still have the picture of us side by side that I convinced him to take with me. I mean, I was a big fan. And if you look back in my Twitter archives far enough, you can probably find instances of me being a bit of a dipshit. I got angry at a feminist blogger or article, I don't know pop culture writer named Maggie Sirota, and one of her pals, Daniel Ralston. They both blocked me. It was over a stupid Ghostbusters related thing, and I don't even know why I cared. I mean, to give myself some credit, I don't think I was on the alt-right bandwagon, so to say. I've never considered myself alt-right, but I have been a shitty person with shitty points of view. I may have been liberal, I may have wanted left-wing things. I may have, of course, thought that, of course, women and homosexuals and everybody deserves the same rights that a white, cis male like I should have. Even still, though, I believe things that were problematic. I didn't research feminism as much as I should have. I upset a lot of people. I had a really good friend who I lost some point in early 2018 because I was being such a dickhole. I was just believing all this stupid shit, and I regret it. Like I say, my hands are not clean. I feel guilty to this day for anything wrong I've done or said. And, believe me, this is not me saying I am better than Shoe0nHead. I am not. I just have accepted my blame in the past, and I'm just so lucky that I'm not a popular person. I've never been a YouTube celebrity. Any YouTube video I've produced has gotten 1,000 views at most. And that was me going to see a concert. Big whip, Opinion videos, they get nothing. I'm lucky if I make 100. Good on me. But still, I remain at 29 subscribers, and I'm pretty well irrelevant. And that's okay. I'm a boring person. I know I have a hard time talking. This is the longest I've been on camera without making all these stupid mistakes. I breathe loudly. I can't get through a sentence without spitting while I'm talking or saying the wrong thing, stuttering. It's painful for me to watch my own videos. It is. I'm trying to make a good point, but I cannot get through it. Maybe I should just quit being so lazy and write a script and read off of that. But then again, all I have for my video quality is this phone I'm using right now, a decent Android with a decent video maker. That's what I've got basically, plus my Amazon Kindle, which I use for all these screen captures. I don't have a lot at my disposal for video making, so of course my quality is crappy. Regardless, being an average ordinary person, I feel like my opinion should be heard, one way or another. And YouTubers influence people like me. So it needs to be heard. You need to know what I think. I've reformed. I've never been a big Shoe0nHead fan, but I'm saying as a former shitlord myself, what I am seeing and how I've changed and what I think June could probably do to change. Now, regardless of how far along Shoe0nHead comes with her changes, it is not on the onus of the people she's upset with the past, whoever they are, feminists, people who are part of Black Lives Matter. It is not their responsibility to forgive her. They do not owe her that. And that's all right. Yesterday, Brennan Beckwith released a video towards, but about all the pain they received at the hands of Calvin Guerra. And I think Brennan summed it up pretty damn well in this video with this point right here.
I do not forgive him for myself, and I cannot forgive him for all of the pain he's caused to the trans community. I don't have to forgive him to move on with my activism. You don't have to forgive people that hurt you to move forward with your life.
And I know something about trauma and forgiveness. I myself have been put through hell by a person close to me. I tried to take care of them for years, and all I got in return was abuse, mental abuse, threats, financial exploitation, gaslighting. I talked about this in 2 videos of the past. Many alt-right trolls try to use this against me in a form of ableism, gaslighting me themselves. I can't forgive them for that. All the same, I don't forgive this relative of mine who put me through that. They've never apologized, never done anything to make amends for their actions. Their big response, and when I've told them about my pain, is to just go, I don't care. Now, Shoe probably hasn't apologized to everybody she could apologize to. Calvin Guerra certainly isn't one to apologize. He may have apologized to Brennan, but sometimes there's a thing of too little, too late. Or, really, if you feel bad about it, then fuck, there's a hell of a lot more you could do. Regardless, it's the same with Shoe0nHead. She has more of a reach than Calvin Guerra. Regardless, she's probably caused a lot more pain. Is it for me to say? I don't know. Am I responsible for forgiving her? No. I mean, I never followed her. I mean, I did follow her on Twitter briefly, but still, I don't think anything she has said or done really has affected me. But other people probably have been affected. Anybody who's probably dealt with the damage of the trends that came and gone, they probably have some beef with her, I'm sure. And it is not up to them to forgive her. But do I personally think Shoe0nHead should never be forgiven? Do I think that she should be miserable for the rest of her life? No. I want good things for her. But I should hope that she could maybe do good things for others, what she hasn't done already. It's not just popularity with me. I don't care about her subscribers. I don't care about how attractive she is. I don't care about all the people who look up to her. I mean, I care about them in one aspect, don't get me wrong. I have empathy for people, but still, their opinion doesn't reflect mine, nor do I think that their opinion should change the opinions of others. It is not for anybody to tell somebody else who they should forgive. Nobody should tell me that I should forgive that relative. Nobody should tell Brennan that he should forgive Calvin. So, yeah. That's just how it is.